Hey Trade Pros, welcome to another video. And in today's video, we're going to be showing you something very interesting and very special. We're going to give you a sneak peek into our live trading room that we do on a daily basis and everything, right? How it's broken down, what exactly we do, trade ideas, trade setups, all that good stuff, how we set up our morning, and a lot more. It's very educational. And in today's video specifically, we're going to be talking about how to actually find a trend day, trade a trend day as if we knew it was coming. So exactly step by step, what it takes to look for a trend day, what it takes to find the trend day and analyze the market like a real futures trader. So I hope everyone enjoys this video. Remember, drop a comment down below. What do you think of this, right? How do you identify your market trading plan before the market even opens? And hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We'll see you guys right after this intro for a lengthy video of our live trading room. So this is just a snippet of it. We do this on a daily basis, and I hope to see you guys in that room very soon. This is probably just like a ticker. I don't know what this is, but let's try SPX. SPX, like SPY SPX, like same. Just the numbers are gonna be different. You can use like a calculator to like find the levels or just like eyeball them realistically. So back to SPY, like you can see here, we have a delta profile and a gamma profile. We have a Vanna and a charm profile as well. What this typically means is like, we'll not focus on these two. I did an ICM on that for options, but let's just focus on like delta and gamma here. Gamma, you can see big spikes, right? These big spikes. This is where market makers would position hedges. So like, for example, we have a big spike here at like 405. That means that prices right now, like, I don't know, 410. I don't know what it is on SPY. I could be lying to you, but it's like, it's about 405 for sure. So this area, like it's positioned for upside, right? This like market makers would rather this kind of hold above this area as much as they can, because you get close to this area, they have to start hedging positions, which would put, right, more upside pressure on this. If it fails below 405, you get a decent bit of downside pressure. If you look at the delta profile, there's negative delta up into 413, right? Which would be like sellers are going to attempt up into 413 realistically. Above 413, 415 buy side kind of opens up. So if we kind of like correlate that with the S&P, let me just see here. Oops, what did we do? So 405 gamma level is around 470. So 4070, 4072 on the S&P futures. 413 is freaking high. It's like pretty much almost the tops of like the NFP report. So that would put us into like around like 4160. So like above 4160 gets like very bullish. Between like now and 4160, there could be some attempted sell. But overall leaning to the bull side, because gamma is showing us that we're well above the gamma hedge position. We could probably lean a little more bullish on the session, which is kind of what's shaping up. So gamma is not that close. Gamma changes obviously throughout the day, so we'll see how that kind of shapes up. Maybe they like hedge it a little higher, but right now, like we're pretty far away from those lows. That's why, like, as long as we can hold maybe 96 or 84, I'd lean a little more bullish on this market. And check the same thing out on Nasdaq as well. Realistically, this is S&P. So like I'm pretty bullish until we see like 16, 18. Maybe we'll see what happens there. And then what is this? This is Nasdaq. You can see here, Nasdaq, very similar story. Nasdaq, a tail at the top, a lot of volume here, right? If tech turns, it can push some downside pressure. Apple had good earnings though, so that's something to consider. We're at this big ledge and a lot of volume shaping up there. So I think that maybe the first move on ES and Nasdaq can be a pullback. To take out some late longs, to take some profit. A lot of volumes trading at these tops. Nasdaq already turning down a little. And it's generally at the top of the distribution. So like Nasdaq has single prints down here at What is that, like 13,115 maybe, right? Down into this ledge, it has some single print. So like, whoops, 13,090 is like a good pivot if you're trading NASDAQ, I would say, on the day. If we manage to move above this distribution block, which is like 13,170 or so, this is a huge level. I think there's going to be a lot of upside in tech and the overall market. So a few things to take into consideration there. It's pretty much what I do every morning, kind of break that down, see what we're looking at, get a better indication of who's kind of holding strength and what the potentials of the moves look like. So that's a little quick insight on that. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, let's get ready for this day. I still am holding some longs here into the open because I don't think there wasn't really a reason to cut them off realistically. Friday buy day, long only. Market knows one thing. Bye.
Let's go. You're still holding?
Yeah.
Nice.
Not full size. I just have like the one swing and then like 5 micros.
Nice. You go away.
Like I want to see like 16-ish, like maybe 24s. I don't know what to do with this like one long ES like mini. I think I'm gonna put the stop at 02 and then just like prayer circle. Prayer circle.
Does Vixley help with like gamma positioning and delta positioning? Does it help you with like directionality a lot? You feel like
yeah, like it helps with like directionality a lot because like as long as we're like above like the gamma, I would lean a little more bullish, like because market makers would want prices like away from that.
Gotcha. There. It's the open.
Let's see open. Let's see what we get.
Huge buying around those 13s. Look, you have almost 1,000 accumulated delta, 13.5, 13.
Let's see. Ideally, they don't get stuck. Like this position is up almost 20 handles from the 96.
IWM running upside, NASDAQ ticking down a little bit right now. Who's wants those 20s? Let's go, Vic.
I think so. No pullbacks, just long. I trim some here at this 17. Or like 2, now 3 micros. Let's see what happens here. $21 points on 3 micros, still like $300. That's actually like
really good.
Here's the 20s. Might trim another one, then just leave 2. My swing is up 57 points pretty much. It's eat, man. You know, if you don't look at your credit card bill, it's like you didn't spend the money. I'm just watching right now, like, I'll look for like different positions for you guys, but I don't know. Like, I'm probably not going to be opening that many, like adding into this. Let's see. Like a very shallow pullback is like 15. Like they're throwing big contracts bid side, but it's a battle here. Ladder is still pretty bullish. Let's see. I ain't jammed at these tops. I'm not gonna reverse the position though.
I might try to destroy it. I just like I don't want it to roll into like 22, 24 touch there and then stop me out. I'd rather try it a little bit higher. Might not get it.
If 24 trades, like that could be an area to see sellers
from
try this.
San Paulo. The
Like
European
21,
bank
like
says
they're getting
deposit
jammed okay.
data remains below 10%.
I don't know. It's just very, very soon. It's very fresh here. I know some of you are getting itched to fade that 21, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. Holding my urges.
A little shocked we didn't get a little profit take pullback here. A little surprised. Like NASDAQ just ripping upside. That's why I'm not too into shorting this. I know POC just shifted to the upside as well. I mean, there's a lot of contracts actually traded up here, which is shocking. But I think still we look to break these tops. Some sellers actually coming in.
And be aware of some chatter for Taiwan Semi and Intel. According to trader citing deal reporter, Intel and Remedy talks with China on Tower Semi. No approval expected in the next few weeks. On geopolitics, Russian Defense Minister Shoigu says he instructed deputy ministers to ensure troops fighting special military operation have all weapons and equipment they need, according to Russian press. That comes in response to criticism from the Wagner Group.
Okay, now it's what freaking waiting game. Like you're gonna risk like 18.
Can't do it. I don't know. There's no long really because there's no pullback, and on the short side, it's kind of risky because it's close to a big resistance. So you don't want to have to do that trade twice. So it's like kind of sensitive spots, honestly. Nothing to do here. Just watch. You either get a pullback or you get a shot at the fade around those 22s, 24s. But until then, really, you're
I don't
sticking your neck out.
I don't think
Here you
this
go.
top
Upside.
holds out.
That's
That's what I mean. Like,
let him run it, bro. Let's see more.
that's what I mean. Like, it's fine. If you're long, that's even better. But like, if you're not long,
Don't get chopped on a short. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't short this 24's trade. 25's trade. This long is up 29 handles.
Let's go, Vic. Close a 30-point zipper, and there goes your Friday, bro.
Pretty much on micros too. Like I have 2 left. I might just take one off at this like high 24, 25 maybe. Or yeah, around these 25s, I'll take one. I'll just leave one on. We got 800 by delta now at 25. Big buy delta accumulating 25. What the hell? Whoa, Tesla's ripping.
A lot of buying coming into this area, 25s, but like no reactive selling, so it's not like worth the fade or anything. It's just right now that looks like they're gonna run it up even more. You have IWM, they're running to the upside as well. I haven't done anything after the open, honestly.
Yeah, I haven't opened like new positions
Yeah.
after this open.
Not worth it.
Wait for like pullbacks.
Yeah. Profitability is like just as much like avoiding losers as it is like finding winners. So you don't want to just be sticking shorts here.
If there's like a big trend day to the upside, like the last thing you want to do is just be shorting this market the whole way up.
Exactly.
Like if you're not long, at least don't be short.
Exactly.
Give me 2 seconds. I gotta go open a door.
Okay.
Fatty, I'm back.
Okay, bro.
What happened?
Not much, running it up. 30 is almost on tap.
Oh shit. 30s?
Yep. Yep, buddy. Almost 2 points away or so.
They keep like
They keep pushing, bro. If you guys are long, squeeze everything, every cent you can.
I know. Like, I keep like thinking like, oh, should I just like cut this like swing? Should I cut this swing and just keep going?
Norway's plan to nationalise pipelines owned by gas-led also includes potential simultaneous takeover of other gas infrastructure. Norway takeover of gas infrastructure held by Polar Red and Vest Process.
If I give up 10 points, big freaking deal.
Norway Energy Ministry is seeking consultation with the current owners of gas pipeline systems.
Shut up. Oh, sub 64 points. Shit, that's a lot of money. I don't know. I'm still looking like for potential pullbacks on this. Like I closed the last micro. Like I'll let the mini run. What are you looking for, Fatty?
Shadow pullback 24? Probably.
But that's okay. Like
it's too extended. Yeah.
Yeah, like we trade pre-market. Like honestly, if there's like nothing here, I wouldn't be too pissed.
Yeah, it's like, you know, I'm like right now I'm more concerned of not putting on silly trades, you know. That's the market. Yeah. I want to chase. I want to fade. If we get a pullback, fine. If we don't, then we came in. We tried.
Vic close the 60-point long and get drunk. Say less. Say less. If this doesn't actually pull back in the next 15-20 minutes, I honestly might just call it. But I know I want to find something
here. Saying banks to decide on deployment of excess capital towards the end of the year.
It's getting hard, and I don't want to just feed garbage.
And some comments from Canada's Enbridge.
I can tell you short this 28 in front of the big offer, but if it gets run over, then it looks stupid as hell. So don't. So don't.
And in the crypto space, the New York Attorney General saying a bill will require crypto companies to refund customers who are victims of fraud, as banks do currently, where bill will force independent and public auditing of crypto companies. There, the New York Attorney General adds that the new bill will prevent people who create crypto assets from also owning crypto platforms, and will stop companies in the crypto space from borrowing or lending investors' assets.
Where did you cut the long?
4105. I tightened the stop too much.
Oh, shit.
Earlier on, yeah. It is what it is. Tough to watch, though.
Yeah, whatever. Green is green. Big deal.
Yeah, I guess. When you check out volume in an area, Vic, let's say you're looking at the volume traded around 4110, 4111, any area. Where do you look at? Do you mostly look at the footprint chart here, the cumulative volume, or you just look at the 10-tick charts?
I'll look at a profile and delta and the bid and ask profile that you have on the DOM. So for example, let's take 26 for example, or 27.5 because it has a lot of volume there, and 26 we'll compare both of them. 27.5, right? We have a fairly split even profile on the bid and ask, right? It's 10 contracts difference. You take a look at 26, so 26 has 500 negative delta compared to that 27, so you have a larger sell delta that's shaping up there. So can tell you different things. You have a balanced auction at 27, so probably nothing's going to happen there. And then 26 becomes a different barrier for you. If you drop under it aggressively, they're probably going to sell it pretty hard. But as long as they keep getting jammed there, we're probably going to stay above it. But I'll look at 20. I'll look at volume that drops off the most realistically. So look at thin volume spots, because that's where strong-handed traders get active. Right, because they sustain those thin spots. They don't want to trade here because, let's say you start trading 26, right? It's just too much volume there. Anything could happen. But for example, you trade 23s where there's very thin volume. A strong-handed buyer can easily push it up, right? Because there's no one trading there.
Gotcha. Yeah. Awesome.
You see 26 just fell. You dropped under 26, you're down 2 points right away. That's where the big negative delta sellers are sustaining their price. Right. Gotcha. So if you find big negative or positive delta areas, you can get an idea of who can win the battle based on if you rebid or reoffer the area. Right now you have 700 contracts going buy side 25. You have 400, you have 1,000 going buy side 25. You have 600 almost trading sell side 24 3/4, right? They're fighting here 1,300, 1,400, 1,500 trading buy side 25s, right? 2,000 delta positive right there. These guys are either going to get jammed super hard and this thing's going to tumble back 5-10 points, or you're going to see a crazy rip here, but you don't necessarily know until you see a reaction. And look, they're going reoffer here, so we would lean a little more to the sell side, but then again, you start selling 25, where's your stop? 30?
Yeah.
You're getting more of an indication that sellers are coming through finally, right?
Gotcha. Awesome. So you look at those thin spots are on the bid-ask volume as like areas to reload, or key areas.
Like
of
right now, like
interest.
23s, like if a big buyer steps in, like they're gonna be able to hold it up by themselves pretty much because there's no volume traded there.
Gotcha.
Like if we're gonna reload long 23s, right? Let's see like what happens into that area because like 23, 22, like they should hold it. It's a super shallow pullback though.
You have IWM selling off too very decently. It went from 174.20, 173.30. So IWM really stepping on that downside. Give it a shot small here, 23s. Not a lot of bidding though. Very thin bidding.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like you get a big strong-handed buyer come in, like it pops it up like a few handles. Like and a watch, like I'm completely flat at this point. Like I said, why not just close these trades?
Awesome.
We're seeing like NASDAQ pulling lower. You were talking about IWM as well. You're getting
head into the major OPEX today, looking at some of the key roll-offs. Currently, euro dollar just shy of the 110 figure. We have 1.7 billion rolling off there, and beneath us 1.6 billion rolling off at 109.50.
If you're long 23, I don't think that's a bad area. Like little shallow pullback. Like see if you can target that big offer that's sitting at that 30. You need to get above this.
Just beneath the 135
delta. If they just keep reloading the flag rate, and they can't do anything today.
Some rig count fit buller that one. No news. Nothing really.
We should just infinitely bid into the skies.
Oh, look at that big buyer, 25, another 1,000.
Again, yeah, he's getting jammed, bro. Like
he's getting jammed for real. He has to get above right now.
You have it's first of all, it's the point of control, it's a POC. You got 3,600 buy delta there. Like that's not the best news for the longs because they just keep absorbing there.
It's worth keeping eyes on regional banks. The KRE ETF surging around 5% today, leading to Russell 2000 outperformance.
What the hell was that?
3,000
the
buyers.
SPX and Nasdaq still up over 1% each. Meanwhile, after initially pairing losses in treasury, it looks like the front end coming under some renewed selling pressure as optimism in regional banks does extend rather. I have seen the 210s curve reapproaching the troughs seen immediately after the NFP. The long end more supported in recent trades, and the broader growth optimism is seeing continued short covering in the energy space, with WTI and Brent up by $2.90 both respectively.
I think they rebid above him though.
Yeah, they're trying. It'll be a nice run if we get him. If not, we'll probably see a deeper pullback into like 18 to 20. I think
they managed to run up on this buyer. Like we're tapping that 30. My internet is dog shit right now, though. Yeah, squat can go to hell. If you're along this 23, you get into like 27, 28. Like I'd suggest
just take some off here. Yeah, careful around these stuffs.
We're on this like massive like giga run. It's so slow too. Like I would have expected a little more on the pop from that like cumulative buyer. The issue with that buyer that was getting jammed there, it wasn't necessarily at like a top region. So the way that they reoffered from that big buyer wasn't like a real sell, which still gave me some confidence for the longs. But like they need to come on.
There we go. They're trying. Okay. Going to break even now.
I'm gonna cut some at like 28 half, 22 quarter here. Like this is over 5 points on the move. Like I think we definitely will.
Decent.
And then like You got to be cautious around this 30 because you got just this big offer there. If they jam it, the reversal is going to be big. Like you just got to watch the reactivity when you see big limits like this, like how they actually trade. And getting out of a position just like before them isn't the worst of an idea. Like not the full position, but like trying to trim some. Like if I can get like 31s, 32s, that'd be great because they just filled that big offer and re-offered under that. Like they went market buy 900 and then they just re-offered under it. So like the position's up 7 handles. Like considering how this market's been playing out, I think that's a pretty good move.
Absolutely.
I don't like how they're reoffering. Like
yeah, the 2030s, 900 two stuck around these 30s.
That's what I mean. Like you got to risk off when you see nonsense like that. WM kind of pulled back here. Like Nasdaq just going freaking skyward. Nasdaq longs would have been actually pretty interesting today.
I know.
Remember we were talking about if we can get above like 3170. I don't know like what it looked like if it pulled back even or we just like went straight through all the areas. Actually, it did pull back on Nasdaq into the 70 exactly. Shit, that could have been really good. It's up like 30 points from there. Stupid S&P. I'm playing with like 6 points here.
No, Nasdaq is running up like 30. Can't get them all, Vic. Can't get them all.
You are right.
Nice rebid. Ooh.
Nice. I see we've joined hands for the prayer circle again.
Come on, guys, another 20 points.
To make up for not holding this morning's one.
I know.
Don't get too like euphoric when we get back to 30 though, just because we had this big rebid. If you get reoffered again, like I'm honestly just gonna trim more. Like I'm just hovering over like sell at market. Not the full position, but like if this gets reoffered and they get stuck again, like it's not worth me holding it out for another 3-point pullback. Like they're bidding right now, so we're doing pretty good. But like you get that little dinky little reoffer, 30 goes 155 market buy down ticks. 1,000, 1,200 almost stuck at the 30. Let's see here. Okay, good. Rebid a little more. I think we got him. Okay, there we go. Trimmed 31 half here. Stay long. Positions up like 9 handles. Nasdaq, everything running to the frickin' skies. Yeah, really close to 10 handles here. So what a bullish DOM looks like. Right off the open, you started bidding. Like, even if we got that little blip at like 20, maybe some people were trying to sell 20, but like there was no real reason to do so. No offers really. Bid side still holding, even if it was just shallow. Just try to run it. Like I'd target like 39 to 40 or 38 to 40, that region. As long as we don't pull back like 5 points at a time, we could be good on this. This was a huge day.
Awesome, bro. I want to see more. Cold cuts ain't cheap.
No, they ain't, man. Gotta be able to buy meat in France. Trade bigger size. Crazy.
I'm down to one on this.
So where we saw the big 10,000 delta, that's what I was trying to explain. Like there was more of a chance we saw the rebid above that in continuation because like the reoffer from that level was garbage. That's why I just like held on to 23s long. You got 3 chances to buy into that 23.
Are they, Barbara? I think they're talking at one. I honestly shut off the new squad guy. He's just like talking too much. But
Steve, I don't even know how much the absinthe was last night. How much? 32 for 4. That means one was $8 or €8. It's not that bad. That seems normal. They even had salami and cold cuts on the table. 2 for
wow,
1.
no way.
Actually, I think that Sarah did the English cut or the American couple give that to us. Okay, never mind. That was gifted. 35's trade positions up 12 handles. Today is just Midas touch day.
Yeah.
Could not short this. 35's trade, little reoffer there, rebid again. Longest, schmongest. I'm just holding 23s. Maybe we see 38s, 38, 40. That'd be a nice little target. Position's still up like 12 handles. Like, psh.
Man, Nasdaq is just on a tear, bro. This is crazy.
I don't know. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Like, so the thing with market biases and like seeing this thing run like 20 points, like ask yourself like why does it have to turn around, right? Like why would you want to short this market? Like when you start learning more about the depth of market and like how the DOM actually works, then you'll see like there's just constant rebid in this. Like there's no sellers in this. There was no sellers from yesterday. Like yesterday off the open pre-market, yeah, okay, we had the chance to sell. Then we rebid off like 63 twice aggressively. So I'm like, this is probably a low for the coming week. Friday is usually green as hell, right? So like we have like that kind of nonsensical phenomenon working for us. So like just ask yourself, like, if you want to short this, like, why? Like, if you can give me 3 good reasons as to why short, then like,
Don't short.
short it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Most of the time, it's like you're trying to get short because you're not long. But if you think of it like as if, okay, I'm long, am I trying to hold, or is it too scary, or is there something going against me? You'll find like you don't have that urge to short anymore. It's mostly happening because you're not on the long side and you want to get into a trade. I get those two often.
Like, I'm just holding this long. Like, I don't really care what happens to this trade right now. Yeah, 2 contracts left. Like,
and folks, just be aware of a Refinitiv headline which suggests that Refinitiv data now forecasts 0.7% decline for S&P 500 Q1 2023 earnings year over year. That is trimmed from its view of 1.9%.
Where did this guy come from? I thought I shut him up. This is like,
you can't shut him up, man.
I feel like he's gonna call me out. Don't shut me up.
Yeah, he's gonna call you. Like, Fatty, I've been listening to you. I see your screen. You're thinking when you're looking at this like market is like, try to analyze like what the Dom has been doing all day, right? Like today we've been bidding. Like we talked about the potential for shorts and why it wasn't a good idea, because like they come in weak-handed sell, you just get rebid. When you see sellers can't move it down more than like 2 points, it's not worth, and on big volume and on speed, it's not worth trying to fade this market. Like I'd rather buy a high knowing that the bid is on my side than try to sell every rip in this. Like, especially, it was super obvious as to what happened at that 23, right? We talked about that ledge and like why big market traders appear at ledges like that, right? Because there's low volume, they have the ability to actually take prices wherever they want, pretty much. So like the nail in the coffin for the buy side to succeed was pretty much that like 9,300 positive delta that just got rebid, right? There was no reoffer from it. Whoever was selling under it, you get like 3 ticks, like 2 points maybe, and then it just gets rebid. When they rebid above that, the probability of trying to buy the 23 with a 3-point stop was higher than trying to sell 25 with a 6-point stop, right? Because you would have had to have your stop at the highs. Like 35 is like holding like okay rotations. If you have multiple contracts, like I don't see a reason why not to trim at 35. Like you have 1300 delta printing positive there. It's not really going up.
Okay, I'm out. That's all I had. In terms of size, if you have more, run it. Honestly, I'm good. 2 trades today. The whole day I did 2 trades, 1 pre-market, 1 after the 23, and that was it, really. That's all we needed.
Yeah, I have like look at this. We're almost trading 37 here. Like send this to the frickin' skies. There's nothing else to do at this point. If you're not long, then I don't think that we have a short yet.
When you build your game plan for the day, like your trading plan for the day, do you start off like what is the first move you want to see? Like you start off with like, okay, a lot of directionality. Let's say there is gamma in an area or a big delta in one area. Do you just like build off of that and be like, okay, I want to see like if we can pull back to this off the open and then we go there? Or do you just like go strictly like off levels?
Like kind of like a mix of the two. Remember like what I was talking about this morning, like the gamma was like super far away, right? So like we're probably not going to pull back. Like what was it, like
41
right?
50 yeah, something like that.
It was 40-70, right? So like we're not going to pull back like 40 points to get to that area, to that gamma ledge. So like realistically there's like bullish momentum that we're pretty far away from that gamma ledge, above that gamma ledge. So like I'm just looking at like where the distributions start to like see if we can just pile into longs at that area and just trade those levels. Like for example, like if we pulled back to 96, I would have bought 96 again, right? Like it's worth a shot. But we didn't, and we started running, and like the only logical long that we found was 23, right? So like we had levels 15, 24-ish, 32, like 39, right? So you rebid off the morning and you run pretty much from like 10 all the way up to, what was it, like 19? 19 pulls back, or 20, right? Whatever, 20 pulls back to 18. Like, am I going to buy a 2-point pullback? Like, probably not. And then that's when I was talking about, like, I want to see it come back to like 15, because that's where like the strong-handed buyers had the ability to buy it. Didn't happen. Okay, let it run up again, runs up to 28, pulls back to 23. Like, it's super shallow, but like we had so much confirmation on the DOM that was like worth a shot. Like every time you just run through a big level, just hope it pulls back to that area where you've created this like ledge on the profile.
Gotcha.
Especially if you have a trend day like this. Like if you take a look at the market profile chart, you have multiple days in a row that's created like a balance, right? When you create that balance and you're escaping the balance, like just based on auction theory and distribution theory, like odds are you're going to get a trend day, right? Like when you open above balance for consistent days, like the probability of a trend day is really high, right? So like today we pretty much called trend day, right? And that's why like long. So yeah, okay, we're pulling back right now like 6 points. Let's see what happens here. But like I honestly could just be done for the day and that's it. Like we had not long. Like we had a 30-point long pre-market into the market open. Then we had like another, what was this, like 13 points or whatever it was. Like it, like you don't these are big moves. These are like, because we're used to these like large moves doesn't mean that these like are small moves. Like the only short today would have been if we like reoffered 96 aggressively, right? And like there was no reoffer even like pre-market with NFP. Like where are the market correlations right now? Like Apple trying to hold ups. Triple Q first like rejection, and like Nasdaq first rejection like all day. IWM still sustaining fairly well. Like these are like super shallow pullbacks. Like volume's drying out. Like even if we run another 20 points from here, like I don't really care. Like I'm out of this. Like the last like 4 trades I've had were all good. So I don't think there's a need to like either short or get long at this point. Like it's not about like extracting as much as you can. Volume's drying out. Like there's nothing to do at this point. Like it gets a little conflicting. Like you might want to short like 38, 36, but like where does that get you? I don't know. If there was more volume maybe, but it's Friday as well. Yeah, like you're getting what, another 3,500 delta sitting at 32. They can't. I don't know about this time though. Like they're kind of sustaining under it.
We need a deeper pullback, honestly. It can't just be all like shallow pullbacks. Like ever since the open. Yeah.
It's not gonna give us the. If it's a real trend day, we pop from this 31 right now and we just start going back into 40.
I just don't know about like trying to get long 30. It's like
yeah, I know,
but like it's too high.
Like, you're rebidding. Fair. Like you're rebidding above the big delta, you know? Like I think it's just like a higher probability to just like buy shallow pullbacks and like try to fade this right now.
Yeah,
like
don't fade
reoffers,
this
like
for sure.
yeah. Like if you're long 31, I think it's like, and you have profit on the day, like it's worth the risk realistically. I'm not. I'm freaking done, man. But I think I'm gonna run away, honestly. Like I think it's just gonna go up at this point. I'm not long anymore. Like there's nothing really else to tell you guys.
You guys mind if we call it a little earlier today? Let's do the poll. I'm honestly not gonna trade too like I didn't sleep properly, so I just don't see the point of
like yeah, and like so many good trades given like at this point. Like you don't want to be trading until the end of the day.
Let me just end the early exit poll or release the poll. And it's slowed down, more likely to start fading and do stupid stuff. Why?
I'll post some stuff in Discord, but I'm gonna run now. It was great stuff again today. Thanks for joining me, Friday pre-market as well.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, I'll chat to you soon.
Take care.
Take care.
Great results on the early exit poll, guys. Awesome work. We're just gonna run the main poll. If you guys have any questions, please let me know before we go. Take care, Marco. Take care, Journey. More upside if you tried that 30, low 30s. I honestly didn't. Yeah, I'm gonna close out this poll in 3, 2, 1. Let's see what we did. If anybody didn't vote, please vote. Wow, is that right? We have 100% win rate today. Damn, on the early exit, and that's insane. Let me just put those numbers in. Wow, great job, guys. Honestly, that's crazy. That means everybody in the room today made money. That's great to see. Way to go. That's amazing, guys. We have like 90% demo positive and 100% live positive rate. This is great to see. Honestly, you wouldn't see that a lot of places. Honestly, and on a day like today too, can get caught up like fading this or not. You guys killed it today. I'm so happy to see these numbers. Honestly, way to go, guys. As far as the market wrap up, I honestly don't know where to go from here. Like we ran up so much. I think you have a couple of big levels between the 40 and 42 that I think we get there before we maybe rotate for a bit. Then we either continue this ultimate upside into maybe end of day around 56, 60. If that upside pressure continues, you really don't know how far we can get, or we might order flow wise, we might get stuck and pull back deeper. And in that case, the day just becomes balanced, and you don't want to be trading. So great job today, guys. Awesome work. That's what a way to end the week. So great to see. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I'll see you guys next month.
Hey everyone, I hope you guys really enjoyed that whole video of our futures live trading room, some trades that we sought out for, some trades that we found, how to identify the trend and breaking down our trading plan. If you really enjoyed that, drop a comment down below. What was the main thing that you learned, and what else do you want to learn about trading futures and our thought process? Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and remember, hit up community.tradeproacademy.com for our free Discord version, and I'll see you guys in there. Ask me questions, let me know what you think, and come trade with us at Trade Pro Academy.